Hi guys, I hope you're all safe and well. I'm just coming on to do the Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card 1, we're going into the energy of the star. The star is a really cool time. This is a really powerful time to really be at one with your internal spirit, to really have that deeper connection, that deeper bond with the soul essence of who you actually are, what you're here to be part of, what your highest kind of calling and awakening is. What's great with the star card, this is about keeping it real. This is about really being authentic. No more kind of compromisation, no more accommodating other people or lesser energies. This is stripping everything back to its bare bones. Hence, she's quite naked here in the card. And, you know, there's nothing to sort of hide. There's nothing left to expose. Everything has been revealed, and she's just ready to shine her best light. I say her because it's a her in the card, but this is both for masculine and feminine people. It's time to shine your best light into the world. So whatever your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your destiny is, it's almost like everything's accessible, everything's available, everything is within reach. So this is a really powerful time to start to feel into that heart vibration. What are you here to be part of? What are you here to be connected to at this time in your life? You know, what's your purpose almost in this role? And if you feel at the moment like you're someone that is just existing as opposed to really living your best life, make the relevant changes, do the inner work, do the healing work. Because a lot of the time when we just feel like we're plodding through the motions of something, it's because there's deeper work to be actioned, there's deeper work to be done, there's self-identity to be really found. And a lot of the time that can be very scary, it can be very challenging for people. So a lot of people don't want to go into that dark night of the soul energy. But essentially, once we go through the dark night of the soul and we make peace with our shadows, that's when we can really embrace the light. We all hold and carry light and dark within us, but we have to appreciate the dark to really get to this ascension of the star, to appreciate that sort of version of light. So this is a really important time to keep it real. No more compromising, no more limiting, no more being held back by people or circumstances or situations. It is a time to shine that little bit brighter than perhaps you've allowed yourself in previous cycles or previous times. So get out there and go for it, guys. Now then, as we're moving into card 2, we're going into the energy of the Lovers. The Lovers is really interesting when it shows. Now for me, the Lovers often is about self-love, it's about self-acceptance. So maybe you've been at the moment, sorry, Oscar's just down there sniffing and eating and doing all sorts of weird things, if you can hear any background noise. The Lovers card is all about that self-love, that self-acceptance, that self-identity. Make sure that you are connected and are at peace with yourself and giving yourself the best of what this world has to offer. It's no good sort of, you know, being like a broken person in a broken vessel trying to sort of be the best for everybody else. So sometimes with the card of Lovers, it isn't always about an external love. Often it's the love you hold and you carry for yourself, and it's getting that right, it's getting that in place first, and then it can spill over to the right sort of energies. It could also be, if you've been drawn to this card, that maybe you're with a partner already and maybe there's a need to reconnect. Maybe things have been quite full on and quite hectic, and maybe you're both together quite a lot, but perhaps you're not having that quality of connection time. So both the Lovers here are naked, so there's a real influence, there's a real sense on, again, stripping things back to basics, finding and being the best of each other for each other. So there's a sense of connection there. If you're somebody that is currently single, as well as the self-love and as well as the self-care, it could be that there's somebody new coming into your life, because we do have that lovely sort of angel from above, and she's watching over and she's almost wanting to gift an experience. She's wanting to gift a vibration of love. So it could be for some of you, if you're single, maybe you've been going through some healing, or you've been sort of just having to be on your own for a time, but maybe you're getting to a stage where you're actually ready to welcome a new love in. So if that's the case, be open, be aware of people coming into your life. There could be some new connections, there could be some new energies that surface, and it could sort of be quite deep and quite heartfelt and quite meaningful. So depending on sort of which pocket or cycle or situation you're currently in will determine which piece of this Lovers card makes sense for you. And it might be that you're someone that needs a bit of all of it. So wherever it sits for you, take the bits that are relevant, take the bits that you need. Now then, as we're going into card 3, we're going into the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is an interesting card. It's about actively moving forward, but it's really, really important to be accountable for your actions, your inputs, how you choose to live your life. So very often with the Six of Swords, it's like a defragging of energy. So maybe some of you have been really struggling mentally at the moment. Maybe there have been some internal battles of the mind. Maybe there have been some physical cycles or some physical things you've been up against as well. But sometimes with the Six of Swords, there's been like a heightened awareness. Things have sort of maybe been a bit more exaggerated or a bit more loud in your mind than they actually need to be. And this is sort of working through the stepping stones to re-establish that sort of path and that footing. So if you feel like you've been compromised, if you feel like you've been in turbulent water, there's these sort of stepping stones and it leads to like land. So to me, it's almost like a few more steps and then you're home dry. You're out of something perhaps a little bit restrictive or a little bit compromising, and you can put your best foot forward to something much more hopeful, much more positive. But if you know that you've dropped the ball, if you know that you've messed up a long route, don't ever be too proud to actually say sorry to people or to actually retrace your steps a little bit and make those needed changes. You know, don't become so ignorant that you feel, oh no, I'm right and I'm not going to sort of back down with that, because sometimes we do drop the ball a little bit. And this is actually being brave enough to think, oh, maybe I messed up there and I can actually rejig that, I can retweak that, I can have the conversations that need to be communicated, or I can do the actions of what needs to take place to redeem oneself. Okay, so don't sort of stay stuck in ego, or don't become a bit of a sort of, I suppose, stickler for your own sort of thoughts and feelings there, really. But stepping stones lead to the land, and like I say, you know, it's moving out of anything cautious and a little bit restrictive into more solid platforms, into more solid footing, so that moving forward you have a much more easier way of living life, essentially. So an interesting set of cards this week. I hope you can make sense of them. I'm going to leave them with you. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. And I will look forward to catching up with some of you lovelies at the various events that we've got coming up, or on Zoom or on Facebook video chat. Just a reminder that I'm having this weekend off. So if you place any orders over the weekend, there's a chance that they might be delayed until next week. So just be mindful of that as well. And if I don't get back to people, if you drop me a message, it will be because I'm having a little bit of a breather. So going to leave it with you. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. Don't forget, for those coming to Wilton Spiritual Church this Friday, ticket only event, £12.50, all for charity. Myself and the fabulous Debs Ty Duck are doing an evening of mediumship to raise much needed funds for Wilton Spiritualist Church's roof, because they've got some major issues with that. So looking forward to seeing some of you lovelies there that are coming to that. So have a great sort of week and weekend, and I'll catch up with you all very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.